Another major work stoppage this morning, impacting Canadians right across the country. Postal workers have gone on strike after the union and Canada Post failed to reach a deal before midnight.
55,000 strong members are working out of the work floor across the country, and this is because Canada Post has refused to negotiate in good faith.
The Canadian Union of Postal Workers says there was little progress on fair wages and safer working conditions during the talks. Canada Post confirming customers will experience delays because of the walkout. Mail and parcels won't be delivered and some post offices will be closed. Well, CTV's Scott Hurst is joining me now for more. Scott, what more can you tell us about this strike?
Good morning, Ella. The two sides have actually been at the bargaining table for nearly a year, but as you mentioned, according to the union, little progress has been made, even particularly this week, as the threat of a strike had been hanging over negotiations, saying they expected more in terms of meeting their demands, and the union believes its demands are reasonable, including improved wages in line with inflation, job security, safe working conditions, and improved rights for temporary employees, to name a few of the main sticking points. The two sides have been at it for quite some time. Now, unionized workers, 55,000 strong, are on strike across the country when mail service is relied on by many much more during the holiday season, with the union saying Canada Post had the opportunity to prevent this strike, but it has refused to negotiate real solutions to the issues postal workers face every day. From its perspective, Canada Post is saying the national strike will now affect millions of Canadians and businesses, saying customers should expect delays. Mail and parcels will not be processed or delivered for the duration of the strike, and some post offices will be closed. No new items will be accepted until the disruption is over. The other question is, what about Ottawa? Does Ottawa have any plans to step into this strike? We've heard from Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon. He's been reluctant to step into the strike, but we are learning that the feds are sending additional resources to the bargaining table to assist with federal mediators. So, Ella, in the meantime, 55,000 workers are on strike, and this is affecting mail service for many Canadians and businesses.
Yeah, Scott, you mentioned that it's the holiday season. Of course, Black Friday is also coming up. Just talk to us about the potential impact on individuals and businesses as well.
Yeah, there's a potential impact here for shoppers, for consumers, because as you mentioned, the busy holiday shopping season when a lot of people want to send mail and parcels around the country and beyond, but in particularly small businesses and particularly those in more rural areas where there are few other options to send mail and parcels. And we've heard from the Canadian Federation of Independent concern and disappointment by the potential for yet another work stoppage impacting small businesses. And from the CFIB, they're saying 3/4, about 75% of small firms will be negatively affected by a work stoppage. So the two sides, with the union trying to get better wages and other demands, and Canada Post had been highlighting its poor financial situation, all of those issues looming over talks this week. Now we're learning that a lot of small businesses, charities as well, we've heard from charities this week concerned about mail-in donations. So a lot of people impacted here, Ella, by this strike that began at 12:01, right at the strike of midnight last night into early this morning, with 55,000 postal workers now off the job.
All right, CTV's Scott Hurst will be watching this throughout the day, as I'm sure you will be too. We appreciate the update. Thank you.
Thanks, Ella.